Hello everyone, good morning. So today we are going to discuss about the Anglo-Maratha wars. Okay, the wars between Anglo means here Britishers, Marathas. Okay, the war between Britishers and Marathas. Okay, now see here. Here you can find some important places of Maratha Empire and their rulers. Okay, these are the important places which are present in Maratha Empire, and all these are the rulers of these particular regions. Okay, the first important place is Pune. Okay, now Pune or Pune. The rulers of this Pune are Peshwas. Okay, Peshwas. Next, Baroda. This is also one of the important place, and its rulers Gaikwads. Okay, Gaikwads are the rulers of Baroda. Next, Gwalior. For this Gwalior, the rulers are Sindhiyas. Pronunciation is Sindhiyas. Okay. Next, Indore, and its rulers are Holkars. Holkars are the rulers of Indore. Next, Nagpur. Okay, Nagpur rulers are Bhonsles. Bhonsles. Okay. So all these are the important places which are present in Maratha Empire and their rulers. Okay. In this Anglo-Maratha wars, we will use all of these names. That's why we have to know about these places and rulers. Next, see here, most important rulers of Maratha. Even though in Maratha Empire so many regions and rulers are present, but among those, the most important rulers were Peshwas. Okay, the most important rulers were Peshwas. Okay, now what is meant by Peshwa and who are they? Let's see now. Peshwa means Prime Minister in Maratha Empire. Peshwa means what? Prime Minister in Maratha Empire. Okay, now. And initially they were subordinates to Chhatrapati Shivaji. Subordinate means under the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji. They are ruling some small areas like Pune, Baroda, Indore, Gwalior, like that. Okay? Here these Peshwas were subordinates to Chhatrapati Shivaji and they were ruling Pune. Okay, na? And later they became independent rulers. Initially they were subordinates, but after some years, they became independent rulers. Okay? Now, let us see some of the important Peshwas of Maratha Empire. Okay? Important Peshwas of Maratha Empire. See here. All these are the important Peshwas of Maratha Empire. Why? Because in Anglo-Maratha War 1, 2, okay, na? Like this, we will discuss about these persons. That's why let us know about these persons. First person, Balaji Bajirao or Nana Sahib. Okay, na? Nana Sahib or Balaji Bajirao. He has two names. Okay, he was the 7th Peshwa of Maratha Pune. Okay, na? 7th Peshwa of Pune. And after his death, his son Madhavrao I. Okay, na? He had two sons here. Two sons. Among those two sons, first son Madhavrao I, he became the Peshwa of the Pune after the death of Nana Sahib. Okay, and in which year he became the Peshwa? That means 1761. Okay, In the year 1761, he became as Peshwa, and he continued his services up to 1772. Okay, and after 1772, he died. Okay, he died. After his death, his brother here, Narayan Rao, he was a brother of Madhav Rao I. Okay, that's why after the death of Madhav Rao I, Narayan Rao became the Peshwa. Okay, Narayan Rao became as the Peshwa in the year 1772 after the death of his brother Madhav Rao I. And here he continued only 1 year. Okay, and after this 1 year, 1773, he died. Okay, in 1773, he died. Okay, now after his death, actually his son had to be should become the Peshwa of Pune. But here, at the time of his death, he had no son. Okay, na? No son. That's why, see here, one more person, Raghunath Rao. Raghunath Rao was a brother of Nana Sahib. Okay, Raghunath Rao was the son, brother of Nana Sahib. So here, after the death of Narayan Rao, he had no son. That's why his brother Nana Sahib's brother Raghunath Rao became the Peshwa of Pune. Okay, in the year 1773. 1773 means after the death of Narayan Rao. Okay, na? And he continued up to 1774. See here, in the year 74, his wife, Narayan Rao's wife, given birth to a child. Okay, given birth to a child. And they named the child as Madhav Rao II. Okay, the Marathas named the child as Madhav Rao II. Okay, so when the Madhav Rao born in 1774, after his birth, the Marathas declared Madhav Rao II as the Peshwa of that Pune. Okay, so after the birth of 1774, when he was small kid, the Marathas declared Madhav Rao II as the Peshwa. So that means here the post of Peshwa of Raghunath Rao was ended. Now Raghunath Rao had to hand over his Peshwa post to the small child Madhav Rao II. Okay, and see here, he continued his services from 1774 to 1795. Up to 1795, he continued as the Peshwa of that Pune. Okay, next, and here in 1795 he will attempt suicide and he will die. Okay, but when he was dying, he didn't have any son. That's why again the post of Peshwa is empty. Then to fulfill that post of Peshwa, the son of Raghunath Rao. His name is Bajirao. Okay? So the son of Raghunath Rao, that name is Bajirao. He became the Peshwa of that Pune in the year 1795. 1795 is the death year of Madhavrao II. After the death of Madhavrao II, he had no heir, that means no son. That's why Bajirao, the son of Raghunath Rao, became the Peshwa. Okay, this is the story. Here Nana Sahib 7th Peshwa, Madhavrao I 8th Peshwa, Narayan Rao 9th Peshwa. Okay, and after him Raghunath Rao 10th Peshwa. Next after him Madhavrao II 11th Peshwa. After Madhavrao II, Bajirao 12th Peshwa. Okay, this is about the important Peshwas in Maratha Empire. Now, let us discuss how Raghunath Rao became as the Peshwa. To become the Peshwa, what he did. Okay, let's see. See here, Raghunath Rao. After the death of Madhavrao I, here Raghunath Rao wanted to become the Peshwa. Okay, see here. After the death of Madhavrao I, who became the Peshwa? Narayan Rao became the Peshwa. But here, the Raghunath Rao wanted to become the Peshwa, but he did not get that chance because of his brother Narayan Rao. Okay, so now he is eagerly waiting to get the post of Peshwa. At any cost, he wants to get that post. So further, he ordered some of the palace guards. Palace guards means in the palace of this Peshwa, some guards will be there. Okay, na? Guards. That means like security guards to protect Narayan Rao. Here, Raghunath Rao ordered those palace guards to kill Narayan Rao. That's why, according to the orders of Raghunath Rao, the palace guards killed Narayan Rao. Okay, na? Then, after his death, Raghunath Rao became the Peshwa. See the same story here. Raghunath Rao wanted to become Peshwa, but Narayan Rao, the brother of Madhav Rao, became as a Peshwa. So for the, but the ordered palace guards to kill Narayan Rao. Just now I told you, Raghunath Rao ordered the palace guards to kill Narayan Rao. So because of that reason, those guards killed Narayan Rao. After the death of Narayan Rao, so automatically Raghunath Rao became as the Peshwa. Why? Because at that time Narayan Rao didn't have any son. Okay. This is the story that indicates how Raghunath Rao became as a Peshwa. Next, see here. Treaty of Surat in the year 1775. This is a major treaty. Treaty means what actually? Treaty means an agreement between two persons or two groups or two places. Okay? Here one treaty happened in 1775 in the place of Surat. Okay? In the place of Surat, one treaty happened between Raghunath Rao and the British. See here, Raghunath Rao and the Britishers. He is signing on one treaty, one agreement. Now let's see what is that treaty. So actually, why he want to make that treaty? Why he wanted to make that treaty? Because here just now I said Raghunath Rao continued as a Peshwa for only 1 year, and after that Narayan Rao's wife given birth to one child, Okay, so then in the year 1774, that child Madhavrao II became as a Peshwa. Okay, na? Now in order to continue that Peshwa post, Raghunath Rao went to the Britishers. Okay, Raghunath Rao went to the Britishers to ask them to make him or to continue him as a Peshwa. Okay, then between Britishers and Raghunath Rao one agreement was happened. They made one agreement. That agreement is, see here, for Britishers, Bassein, Salsetti. These are the two places. Bassein and Salsetti are the two places, important places which has some trade importance. That means these two places are famous for trade. That's why the Britishers asked Bassein and Salsetti places for them. And also half of the Lagan from Surat. Lagan means here tax. Lagan means tax. So from Surat, the Maratha governments are getting some taxes. Okay, na? From that tax, half of the tax they are asking. Okay. In return, the Britishers will provide 2,500 soldiers to the Raghunath Rao. Why? Because now he is against to the Peshwas like Madhavrao II, okay, na? And some Maratha chiefs. He wants to become the Peshwa. For that, he should do war with the Marathas. To do the war, he needs some army. That's why the Britishers offered 2,500 soldiers to the Raghunath Rao. Okay, so in Surat, Raghunath Rao made one treaty with the Britishers. Now, after this treaty, what happened? The remaining Maratha chiefs, did they agree this treaty? Because these two places belongs to all the Marathas. Okay, here himself he is ready to give these two places to the Britishers, but the remaining members they did not accept. Okay, so further what happened? Let's see here. First Anglo-Maratha War in the year 1775. Okay, it began in 1775 and finished in 1782. Okay, so what is the main reason? The main reason behind the Anglo-Maratha War is Treaty of Surat. Just now we discussed about that point. Because of the Treaty of Surat, the remaining Maratha chiefs were not satisfied. They were not happy and they were angry on this Raghunath Rao. Okay, now Raghunath Rao, he is taking the help of the Britishers. That's right, all the Marathas, especially Nana Fadnavis. Nana Fadnavis is one of the Peshwas, okay, na? One of the important person in Peshwas. And Mahatji and some others. Here the war started in between the Maratha Empire and Britishers. In the British army, otherwise in the group of the British who were present, here Warren Hastings, next Raghunath Rao, and their army is 93,000 soldiers. 93,000 soldiers. On this side, on Maratha side, Nana Fadnavis, he is leading the army, and Mahatji and others supporting him. And here the soldiers are 1,46,000 soldiers. That means Maratha army is bigger than British army. Okay, so the war started, and in 1775 the war started, and it is continuing. Okay, after that, in 1779, one treaty was happened between Britishers and Marathas. That treaty is of Wadgaon. Treaty of Wadgaon. So here, this is one of the place. Wadgaon is a place in Maratha Empire. Okay, na? At this place, one treaty happened between British and Marathas. So according to the treaty, the conditions are: the Britishers should accept Madhav II as Peshwa. See here, in this war, in this first Anglo-Maratha war, the Marathas are fighting bravely. Okay, so that's why the British force was unable to defeat the Marathas. Okay, now one situation came. Which situation? The Britishers had to accept their defeat. At that time, they agreed to make one treaty. That is Treaty of Wadgaon. So according to the treaty, the conditions are: the Britishers should accept Madhav II as the Peshwa. Okay, and already according to Treaty of Surat, Raghunath Rao has given Bassein and Salsette to the Britishers. But according to this Treaty of Wadgaon, Bassein and Salsette were given to the Marathas. Again the Marathas got their lands. But half of Lagan from Surat, that will be goes to Britishers. The Marathas accepted that. And one more thing, the Britishers handed over Raghunath Rao to the Pune court. Okay, now the Britishers hand over Raghunath Rao to the Pune court. So in this way, the war is going on. In between the war, one treaty was made in the year 1779. And after this treaty, that means after 1779, what happened? See here, in the year 1780, here Goddard means he was one British officer. Okay, he was one of the British officer, and he captured Bassein. Now, before 1780, the Bassein was under the control of Marathas. Again, to get that Bassein, in 1780, Goddard attacked on Bassein and he captured that. Okay, after capturing Bassein, he moved or marched towards Pune. Okay, now to occupy this Pune also, he marched towards Pune. But in the middle, one person, Mahatji Shinde. He was Mahatji Shinde. Just now I told you, on behalf of Marathas, Mahatji Shinde also participated. So he strongly opposed the Britishers. Okay, Mahatji Shinde opposed strongly. He given a tough fight, tough opposition to the Britishers. That's why the Britishers was unable to defeat Mahatji Shinde. Okay, so at that time, the Britishers made one treaty with the Marathas. That treaty name is Treaty of Salbai. Treaty of Salbai. In the year 1782. In which year? In 1782. Okay, and here this agreement was made in between Marathas and Britishers. Just now I told you. And by this treaty of Salbai, the war was ended. Okay, that means see here. So 1775 to 82, approximately 7 years they are continuously fighting with each other. Because of this war, on both the sides, so much economic loss, human loss, okay, and full of tensions. To stop all these worst things, both the sides decided to make one agreement. Okay, now that agreement is Treaty of Salbai in the year 1782. So by after making this agreement, the war ended. War ended. The conditions. See here, with with mutual benefits. With mutual benefits. That means both parties got some things. The Britishers got some of the lagan taxes from some places, and they accepted the rule of Marathas also sometimes. They means here the Britishers accepted the Marathas rule in their empire. So in this way, the situation is going on. A peaceful situation was created and it continued. But after that, see here, after first Anglo-Maratha war, Madhavrao II committed suicide. Okay, in 1795. In the year 1795, Madhavrao II, the son of Narayan Rao, okay, he committed suicide. And can you guess the age? 1774 to 95. Very young age. At the young age, Madhavrao II committed suicide and he died. Madhavrao II died without any hair. Here hair means son. Okay na? That's why. So after Madhavrao II, the post of Peshwa went into the hands of Bajirao II. Okay, the post of Peshwa went into the hands of Bajirao II. That means after the death of Madhavrao II, who became the Peshwa of Pune? Bajirao II. Okay, Bajirao II. He became the Peshwa. So this is the information regarding the introduction about Maratha Empire, which places are present and who are the rulers and who are the important Peshwas in this Maratha Empire, and which treaties were made in between Marathas and Britishers, and finally first Anglo-Maratha war. Okay, and after that how Bajirao II became as the Peshwa. So by this I am going to complete this session. In the next session we will discuss about the second Anglo-Maratha war. Okay, thank you.